Our slab's down, and the next stage of this project is our party wall. Now, our party wall goes up in stages with the frame. So party wall, frame, party wall, frame. The party wall also acts as the spine of the building. It's a fire separation between the two houses, but it's also the spine that's holding everything together. So let's start heading for the sky.
You just see Old Woman Island from that scaff.
So we'll be sneaking in to get ocean views.
Yeah. We're trying to figure out whether or not that front one is going to get the ocean views or whether it's just going to be the rooftop here. So it's going to be borderline, we'll see.
It was an awesome day when we were finally able to get up there and see what we were going to be able to see. The great big reveal. I feel like it's going to be down to the wire. Once they're built, we'll change our mind and that'll be the one. Which one? I reckon it'll be the one with the rooftop. That's what I'm putting my money on. Pacific Blue had our best interest at heart from the get-go. So when we commenced building, we were in a period of time where our material prices were going up and up, and Pacific Blue actually ordered things ahead of time for us, knowing that our build was coming, to try and lock in that lower price point for us, and we're forever grateful for that. They even went as far as storing them on another site for us while we went through all of those delays.
It was a bit of a chicken and egg scenario. We needed finance approval in order to order the frames. Pacific Blue wanted to order the frames before we actually saw any price increases. So I was on the phone to Resolve Now, trying to get the process finalised so that Pacific Blue could order the frames from Mitre 10 and get them delivered. So it all ended up working out pretty well in the end. Pacific Blue obviously had our best interest at heart. We got finance approval, they ordered the frames, they got stored up at another site at Marcoola. We had all the delays, and then we were finally able to get the frames delivered from Mitre 10 onto our front lot.
That day that truck rolled in was such a sight for sore eyes.
As soon as our structural steel arrived, we had the cranes on site, craning it into place and getting this build moving up in the right direction. Now, this build consists of some really, really large structural steel beams. The reason being is the front house actually has a large cantilevered section which has 2 floors and a rooftop above it. And we need these steel beams there to actually hold the weight above. And so they're a good 500 mil wide, I reckon.
Yeah. They're pretty important, holding the whole building up. Once our structural steel was in and the rest of the block work, all of the frames for the next 2 floors went up like clockwork.
Now that the frames are up, it's time to take a look at the design of the beach houses. This isn't my element. I'm going to handball this one over to Bianca.
We wanted a modern coastal beach house, so the colour palette that we've chosen is lots of white, lots of neutral tones, lots of earthy tones, and timber elements throughout. So we wanted the beach house to reflect our lifestyle on the Sunshine Coast. So the design needed to be timeless, and no matter whether it's in 5 years or 10 years, it was going to be a beach home. We wanted it to be warm and inviting, and there was a lot of care and time taken to select the right type of colours and the right type of finishes and fixtures to make it all come together beautifully. Dye from Pacific Blue was an absolute heaven sent. When you're picking coastal colours, there are so many different types of whites, so many different colours of timber that all look different in the light. So dye was a huge part in helping us narrow down our selections to get the perfect palette for what we wanted.
They all look the same to me.
White, white.
And timber.
Yeah. On the exterior, we've decided to go for a half-strength surf mist paint and also tie that in with a surf mist colour bond roof. The absolute hero piece on our exterior facade is our feature batten cladding from HVG Facades. They have a huge selection of colours to choose from, which is exactly what I needed.
So being so close to the beach, we wanted something low maintenance, and so we've gone for a timber look aluminium feature batten and feature cladding. So we've got, as you come down the driveway, 100mm by 50mm by 5.4 metre long batten screening that is just the hero of the facade. Installing the battens was relatively easy. The boys at Pacific Blue needed an extra set of hands, so I jumped in and helped them. Was apprentice for the day once again, and even someone like myself was able to actually do it. Like even when you walk down the driveway and you see the actual feature against the white backdrop of the house, it's coming together really nicely. Oh, I'm up. Anyway, I think I knew what I was doing.
Happy with it?
Subtle yet effective.
Subtle yet effective, exactly. That's exactly what we're going for.
Yeah.
This close to the beach, we're looking for something that's going to be low maintenance and longevity over a good period of time.
I don't want to be climbing a ladder and re-oiling timber that's 6, 7, 8 meters in the air.
You're doing such a good job though, all this apprentice
I'm scared
work.
of heights.
So today a lot is happening. We have got the crane here and we're going to start lifting the roof sheets up onto the roof. So that's really exciting. Team's pumped, we're pumped, and you know, once those roof sheets go on, we're just going to fly through this build.
Now the roof's on this project and we are watertight, which is a huge milestone considering all the rain we've had.
It's a massive milestone. Now we turn our attention to getting to lockup. We've got 65 windows and doors coming from Bradnam's. There is absolutely no shortage of natural light throughout this entire project. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
There's no better way than to get the tradies excited on a Friday afternoon than some pizza and some beers. We are installing those big glass sliding doors from Bradnam's, something we've been waiting for ages.
Hey! What's going on down there? Enough chatting? Nothing's going to get done without the supervisor up here. Come on, up you come. Seeing the big glass sliding doors going in gave us a sense of what the actual room was going to feel like once they were installed. And you could see all that light still coming in, even though the windows and doors are in. It was a good feeling.
After all the little hurdles that we've endured on this project, reaching lockup stage was a huge milestone for us. We'd started to get the feel of what the rooms are going to be like, and it's starting to feel like a home.
Yeah, definitely.
Talking about milestones, not only did we reach lockup at this point, after 20 years, Joel decided to shave his dreadlocks off.
Yeah, it was time for a little bit of a facelift for myself. And I wanted to raise money for Sunshine Coast Animal Refuge. So we put together a gig, had a couple of bands, got a bunch of friends, and raised nearly $5,000, which I was really stoked about.
Yeah, it was an amazing event and a good way to, you know, celebrate one chapter of your life, open a new door.
How do I scrub up?
Not bad. I like it.
I'm actually surprised at how much we've squeezed onto this 310 square metre site.
It was so cool to see the painters come in. It absolutely transformed the space.
All this and more in the next episode of the Beach House Build.